The crude pleasures takes away your grace. When you develop these subtle pleasures, you are a sannyasi. Nithyanandeshwara samarambha Nithyanandeshwari madhyamam Asmadacharya paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. इस समय हमारे साथ उपस्थित सभी दर्शकों और भक्तों का मैं प्रेम एवं आशीर्वाद सहित स्वागत करता हूँ. I welcome all the devotees, disciples, samajis, satsangis sitting with us all over the world through Nithyananda TV, Lotus TV, Janashri TV, Ishwar TV and two-way video conferencing, having Nayana Diksha in 38 cities in many countries around the world. The cities sitting with us through two-way video conferencing, having Nayana Diksha, Toronto, Kailasam, Varanasi, Houston, Kalahasti, Warrington, UK, Melbourne, Australia, Los Angeles, Arunachalam, Madurai, Dhyanapītam, Adinityananda Dhyanapītam, Avattipalayam, Melbourne, Australia and Miami, Florida, Charlotte, Srisailam, Hyderabad, Nithyananda Nagaramu, Hyderabad, Oklahoma, Somanatham, Ohio, Prayag, Tiruvanmiyur, Chennai, San Jose, Madurai, Singapore, Singapuram, Jorpati, Nepal, London, Kashi, Guadalupe, Rameshwaram, Vancouver, Bhubaneswar, Nithyananda Dhyanapītam, Hosur, Kulim, Tiruttani, Bangalore Center, Santiago, Tiruvalavai, Camas, Hong Kong, High Point, North Carolina, Austin, Texas, Newfoundland, Canada, Hong Kong, Sirgari, Mulund, Mumbai, Dubai, Vaidyanatham, Atlanta, Ujjaini, Bangalore City Center, High Point, North Carolina, Oman, Sivagangai, Agra, Coimbatore, Dhyanapītam, Kilinochi, Dhyanapītam, Devi Kolipara, London. I welcome all of you with my love and blessings. Today, the Inner Awakening, third level, first day, beginning. And we have Kalpataru Darshan in Ohio. I welcome all the participants came for Kalpataru Darshan in Ohio. I welcome all of you with my love and blessings. And today, Mahadeva is gracing us on the Nithya Leela Alankara, Pandya King means as a Jnanasambandhar, coming down and giving the vibhooti, sacred ash and healing Pandya King. Today, I wanted to expand on very important sacred secret of life. Please listen. First, I wanted you to come to the space of listening so that every word I utter, you catch it and internalize it and internalize it, listen. Other than the internal pleasures and excitement, anything you depend on constantly puts you in powerlessness. Please listen. There are some pleasures constantly will put you in powerfulness, like listening. Listening itself is such a pleasure. If you start this habit of listening, authentic listening, listening to everyone will give you so much excitement, pleasure, joy. Being part of so many people's life. Please understand, if you are part of everyone around you, sometimes very unfortunate, people who stay with you 24 hours, you are not part of their life, they are not part of your life. Listen, look in. How many of you don't know the exact problem of your car driver in his life? Raise your hand. No, only one person is honest, I tell you. If you look, how many of you don't know the real problem of your maid in her life? What is your driver's reality? What is the reality your maid wants to cause for which she is working? How many of you know? I can guarantee 90% of you will not know. People with whom you are living, people who are living with you, I am telling you with all my integrity, because of my extraordinary power, now all the staff are coming near me for Kalpataru. I really know what is their reality, what is their personal reality. Otherwise, even I did not know. As a normal human being, even I did not know my whole Sangha, everyone's personal reality. That is why I am so sure you will not know. Many of you may not even understand the question I am asking. People who are living with you, you never provide authentic listening to them. When you do not provide authentic listening to them, you have a very minimal interaction with life. Very minimal interaction with life. That is one of the dangerous thing in the life. When you have a minimal interaction with life, you start assuming pleasures are the purpose of life. Whenever you have a complete interaction with life, just listening puts you in such completion, you do not expect some other pleasures as the fruit of life. The man who involves himself with living, even ordinary things like listening. Listening is the first, most powerful step to increase your participation with life. Understand? When your participation with life increases, many of the pleasures which makes you powerless when you run behind it or after you get it will start losing its power over you. Many pleasures, when you start running towards it, it keeps you powerless. After you get it, you are kept powerless. Those kind of pleasures will lose power over you when your participation with the life increases. Understand? I am expanding on some of the important truths. Listen. Your participation with life, when your participation with life increases, you start having so many fulfillments. and it leads to so many layers of completion. Just like how you save money for old age or emergency, crisis times, you have to save layers and layers of completion for the depression times. No, really. If you don't have the layers of completion, when the depression touches you, anybody can take over you. You will lose your character. Please understand, when I use this word, you will lose your character. I don't mean just you will fall in love with somebody or somebody will rape you. No, no, not in that way. You will lose your identity, get disintegrated to somebody when you yourself do not have layers and layers and layers of completion. Please listen. I know it's going above your head, but whatever I wanted to say, I will put it on record. Later on, watch this satsang 3-4 times and understand. Because every statement I make, you may need to overlap it with your life incidents. You may need to put it in your life incidents and see. Please understand. Any pleasure in your life which makes you powerless when you run behind it and keeps you powerless after you achieve it, will constantly lead you to more and more incompletion, lead you to more and more disintegration. Listening, even if it is going above your head, I'll put it on record, I'll speak it out. Later on, listen by passing. It will be in the YouTube, that time you can listen, pass it, internalize, then start again. Actually, you can't listen to my satsang just by playing. You have to pass again and again. Only then you are listening. Because I am not just talking to human beings. I am talking to various frequency beings. So it is layers and layers and layers of meaning loaded with it. Listen. Just if you start practice listening in your life, even when your boss is firing you which you don't want to listen, or your spouse is shouting at you completely illogical which you don't want to listen, or your employee is just your subordinate, your assistant, your servant is just lying through the teeth which you don't want to listen, even in those moments, keeping your incompletions aside, listen, because that will increase your participation with reality. Understand? Participation with reality is always excitement. Participation with reality is always excitement. Excitement which does not make you powerless. Excitement which makes you powerful. It is like alcohol which does not disturb your health. The Soma Rasa is like that only. It's a very powerful intoxicant, but does not deteriorate your health, does not disturb your health. Now I know everyone thinks, what is the formula, Swamiji? I am not going to do that now. I am neither going to get into Somarasa making, nor going to talk about that now. I am just giving you an example. Listen. Listening actually brings so much of excitement. Second, it teaches you to speak into the listening of the listener. I tell you, in the whole world there is no such thing as great orator. There is only one thing, like a great listener. A great listener becomes great orator. If you think after listening to my satsangs, I am a great orator, you are wrong. I am a great listener. From where do you think I learn all the ideas and come and talk to you? I just listen to all my disciples' problems, they teach me what to speak next day. Whether it is in the inner awakening session or sitting with my sannyasis and training, only these two groups has access to me. I spent all my time with either inner awakening participants or some program participants, NDY or NKY or some yoga meditation program, or when I train my sannyasis. Whatever I listen to them, and after listening, what is the solution? Whatever happens in me while listening, I come back next day morning and speak all that out. That is what you call as satsang. I tell you, just authentic listening will solve any problem. When you start solving by listening others' problem, you will start doing the same, even listening to your own problems. When you start listening, first thing will happen, you will start participating in life. Second, when you have so much of participation, you will start seeing the solutions. Third, when you start listening so much from others, you will start developing the patience even to listen to you, your heart's cries. When you start listening to others and to yourself, you just know what should be spoken to whom. Your words can either make you or break you. What should be spoken to whom? Again and again people come and tell me, Swamiji, I feel you are exactly talking to me. Sometimes people even come and tell me exact words which I thought you are repeating. Listen. It is not some miraculous powers. One of the basic truth is, Whether in creativity or in living or in stupidity, human beings are not intelligent to be different. If you know one person's stupidity, you will know everyone's stupidity. If you know how one person lives, you will know everyone how they live. If you know one person's creativity, you will know everyone's creativity. When I listen to few people and start responding to them, it is equivalent to listening to thousands of people and responding. When you don't listen, even if 10,000 people are around you, you will be aloof from them. I have seen some of the school principals, university vice chancellors, they are living in the same campus where 20,000 people are living, 10,000 people are living. They are responsible for the 20,000, 10,000 people, but they will not be listening to even 5 people in their life every day. I have seen many college heads, correspondents, owners, managing trustees can't speak 5 minutes fluently. They say, no, that and all, let somebody else do. Professors do, teachers do, colleges, principals do. Listen. When you don't listen, participation with life becomes very minimal. Listening is one pleasure, one excitement which never makes you powerless, never makes your health weak, never makes you anyway go wrong. It only makes you more and more powerful, more and more participation with the life happens. When there is this kind of excitement, listen. When you are authentically listening, not only the listening is excitement, after that whatever went inside, that internalizing, the internalizing process is also excitement. When these two excitements fill your life, you do not need any pleasure which makes you powerless. Please understand. The amount of participation I do in each one of your lives just by listening, the amount I entertain all of you in my heart just by listening, you will understand only when you start listening. Just by listening, I entertain all of you much more than anybody entertaining you in their life, including your most beloveds and lovers. Listen. Even if they entertain you in their hearts, it will only be 10% or few percent, few minutes with their context. In my case, I entertain you in my heart from your context. That is why I am telling you, getting entertained in the Master's inner space is one of the greatest protection you can have in your life. Because he goes on things for you, he goes on plans for you, he goes on makes your reality into reality. He goes on causing your reality. That is why just even in one Kalpataru Darshan, coming and telling what you want into the listening of the Master does so much. Understand, all I do is only this one. I provide my listening. Like a lotus opens its petals and allows people to come in and put what they want. I provide my listening. Then I just close myself and put the whole thing into my powerful inner space and grind everywhere. Whatever you offered into my listening starts getting into reality. And I tell you, you can do the same. When you provide authentic listening and then offer whatever you listened in your inner space without becoming incomplete or powerless, understand, you can give Kalpataru Darshan. You just need to have that level of completion, that's all. Jnanatma is sending a note. Earlier I used to think, Swamiji is giving so many boons, when is he going to work on fulfilling these? Understand, when you utter something into the listening of the Master, he entertains you from your context. And naturally that fulfills you. Sometimes people come back and tell me, what I asked did not happen, Swamiji, but now I know I did not want that to happen. I am thanking you, just you did not make it happen what I wanted. They get that intelligence. Achala's question, how do we know we are authentically listening? What is the sign or measure? After you finish listening, you will feel more powerful. You won't feel powerless. After you complete listening, you will feel more powerful. That's all. You will not feel powerless. If you are feeling bored or tired by listening, or you switch off and change the channel, means there are some people who are very intelligent. Externally they will be go, but the other channel is off. They are thinking, I don't know when this school will end, who wants to listen to him, and I have to do that, all this work, and I have to get up and go, I don't know. Or already planning for something else. Listen. Whenever you have inauthentic listening, listening makes you tired. Whenever you have authentic listening, listening makes you more powerful. Listening makes you more powerful, more strong, more intelligent. I have always seen the disciples who are fortunately somehow catch this one principle of listening without any other spiritual process, continue to maintain and develop more and more the space of completion. Without any other spiritual practice, they are able to maintain the space of completion. They are able to develop themselves more and more into the space of completion just by providing listening. Because when you provide listening to others, you start developing this unique intelligence of providing listening to yourself. And one more thing, if you start authentically listening, your whole body develops certain grace. I have seen many graceful people, not beautiful. In the social scale, you can't call them beautiful, but such graceful people. Raghupati Yogi, Ram Surat Kumar, Vibhudananda Devi, all of them in society's frame, you can't call them beautiful, but they will carry such grace. And same way I have seen so many beautiful people who are not graceful. The moment you see, you will feel like vomiting. As per the society's norms, they will be beautiful, but they will not carry the grace. I tell you, if you listen to whatever is happening around you, you will carry certain grace. You will develop grace because you will start listening to you. The spiritual revolution starts in you with listening. With Shravana, listening to others and yourself. Please listen. The definition of Shravana is listening to others and yourself. Listening to what is happening outside and inside is Shravana. The spiritual rebirthing, spiritual revolution, conscious awakening, inner awakening starts with listening, because listening makes you enjoy subtle pleasures. You do not need a crude pleasures which makes you powerless. The crude pleasures takes away your grace. When you develop these subtle pleasures, you are a sannyasi. I have seen thousands of my disciples and sannyasis. Just my one word, hey, what are you doing? Not even, I am with you, my blessings, I'll always be with you. Not even those words, be blissful. I don't even need to go to that second, third statements. The first statement will usually, how are you? That is enough. They'll say, now I am okay, Swamiji. Understand? Listening raises you to the space and increases your ability to enjoy the subtlest pleasures. With listening, you become a real sadhu. With listening. I know there are many people, the only excitement in their life is morning satsang. They wait for that moment. But that one morning satsang fills them so much. I have seen so many people writing to me. This one morning satsang makes me feel my whole life is worthy of living, Swamiji. Whatever I go through is worthy just for this morning satsang. So all of you understand the essence of today's satsang is listening. Listening develops so many beautiful qualities in you. It awakens many abilities in you. Listening alone is enough for you to achieve brahmacharya and sannyasa. You do not need any other technique, any other yoga, kriya, juju, woo, boo, jatu. You do not need anything else. Jatu means some magic. Udu, jatu. You don't need anything else. Just listening can make you a great sadhu. Because listening develops the ability of listening inside also. You will develop the ability of listening to you. Whether it is in your school or college or university, or you are watching a movie or fighting with your spouse, lying to your boss, or listening to all the lies of your servant or subordinates, be always in the space of listening to outer and inner. What's happening outside and inside? You will never have suffering in your life. Listening heals you. Listening brings health to you. It brings health to you because you will start listening to your body before even you develop any disease or complication. By listening it, you will complete it. By listening it, you will complete it. Your body is like a child. Sometimes I have seen these kids will complain. The grown-up kids also. I have both kids and grown-up kids. I don't want to do this. I'll say, okay, then. After 2-3 minutes, they'll say, no. I just told, but I'm going to do. I just wanted to show that I can say no to you, that's all. That is a kind of a silly pleasure. After a few minutes they understand, no, this is not right. Just by providing listening, I awaken to their intelligence. You can do it. Bring this one quality, listening. That's all. You will see so much good thing in your life. So much good in your life. Such beautiful, wonderful things in your life. Just listening. Whether it is office, anywhere, wherever you are, listening. It's a listening which develops many of the subtle pleasure grooves in your system. Always being in the space of listening is Kalpataru. I bless you all. Let you all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility and enriching with eternal bliss. Nithyananda. Thank you.
Nithyananda Dhyanapitham, Nithyananda Nagar, off Mysore Road, Bidadi, Bengaluru. Phone 08027279999. www.nithyananda.org, www.youtube.com/Life Bliss Foundation.